is a fish born into captivity. This fish is born with limits. It has a set time to eat. It has a certain amount of distance that it can travel, a certain amount of life around it that it can see, a certain amount of room for it to grow, a certain amount of feelings for it to experience. This fish will never be able to swim the vast depths of the ocean, see the different kinds of life forms that is out there. It will never get to know the beauty of the sea. It will never get to know the feeling of adrenaline when it is running from its predator to live to tell the story another day. It will never get to go and hang out in its favorite hideout spots. It will never get to know what its favorite snack tastes like in a sea filled with tasty snacks. It will never get to bond with its unique, countless brethren out there. It will never get to have the choice of love interests. It will die without knowing what's truly out there. Its true home and right is the sea, where it can be free, where it can decide for itself what its life will amount to, where it can have countless experiences that only those experiences themselves can truly give you an idea of what those experiences are like. It is a risk being out there in the sea. It is a sea filled with predators. A chain, a food chain, where this fish may not be the biggest thing out there. However, at least a life in the sea, you are given the freedom to experience the leisures of life. You are given the freedom to amount to whatever your imagination can take you. You are given the freedom to explore. And that alone in itself is a virtue that all creatures alike share and appreciate. There is a saying that only those who live their life in captivity, who live their life as slaves and their freedom is taken away from them, know the true privilege of freedom. Many of you humans live your life like this fish in captivity. You have a set schedule when you must go to work. You cannot live the life of your dreams without facing much resistance. Resistance, which is a big risk to people because they are afraid of the unknown of what is out there. They know that they can either win big or they can either die trying. So they rather live their life in captivity. They rather live with limitations set upon their life. So life becomes very mundane for them. They go to the same places after work. They eat the same food day in and day out. They hang out with the same friends day in, day out. And their life comes to a stalemate. And after years of this, they become old, bitter, and miserable. And it is only at that point where the resentment starts to creep in. Because the thoughts of what is out there, the thoughts of what if one took risks in their life to go out there and see what it is in the world, to live out the life of their dreams. Those thoughts and the possibility that life could have been more beautiful, life could have offered them more, haunts them until the end of their days. That is because there is an agenda that is put into place by the global superpowers, the governmental forces amongst countries. They want you to be complacent with your mediocre life. They want you to settle for less so you can do just enough to get their job done in order to keep them at a certain altitude, above your life, governing your life, dictating what you do with your life. That is the position that they like to be in. It serves them, and it serves their families, and it serves their rich buddies. And most humans put up no fight or resistance, because from school grade, they are programmed to be obedient. And this obedience is no different than the fish in captivity that must accept its fate. But the difference between humans and the fish that is born into captivity, you have the ability to fight for your freedom. You don't have to live a life of mediocrity. You don't have to live a life with set limitations that others placed upon you. You can fight for your freedom and strive for bigger and greater things for yourself and for your fellow brethren. Or you can live a life wondering what is out there on the other side. You choose and you decide. Some may think that it is crazy to give up a life of captivity, where on one hand, the food is being given to you. You don't have to go out and look for your food. The temperature is set for you. Everything is set for you. Everything is given and it is handed to you. One may say, why give that up? Why give a life where you're given a set paycheck and salary, where you have your cars, your materials, and your leisures for a life of unknown possibility? Well, you tell me, who is more crazy? The one that chooses to live in a limited contraption that will never know what its true nature is, or one that seeks its true potential? Who is the crazy one? You decide. We will meet again in the near future, humans. But for now, as they say on your world, like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.